Late afternoon light slanted through the windows of a quiet diner in downtown Vancouver, painting the cracked leather booths in gold. Marcus Davis, a single father who had built his life from nothing, sat across from his 7-year-old daughter Lily, as they shared a plate of fries and laughter. Then everything stopped. By the door stood a young woman in a faded blue dress, her little girl clutching her hand, staring at Lily's plate with silent hunger. The mother whispered, "Come on, sweetheart, we're leaving." Her voice was soft, but it carried the sound of defeat. Marcus pushed back his chair. "Ma'am, wait, please." She froze, eyes wary and proud. "We don't need your pity." He knew that look. He'd worn it once himself. That single moment, two strangers caught between pride and compassion, was about to change every life in that room. Stay until the end to see how one small act can transform everything. And don't forget to subscribe to Canada's Heartfelt Tales for more true stories that touch the soul. The door's soft chime faded as Sarah and her little girl stepped out into the cold Vancouver evening, the sky bruised purple with rain. Marcus stood by the counter, frozen between instinct and hesitation. Every memory of hunger, every night he'd once spent wondering how to feed his own daughter, came flooding back. He threw a 20 on the table and followed them out. "Ma'am, please, just hear me out." Sarah turned sharply, clutching her daughter's hand. "I told you we don't need your pity." Her voice trembled, brittle with pride. "You think because you wear a nice watch you understand." Marcus lowered his tone. "I understand more than you think." The silence between them crackled with something heavy, distrust built from too many broken promises. Then the rain began, soft at first, then harder, streaking down her thin dress. Her daughter shivered. Marcus took off his jacket, stepped forward, and placed it gently over the child's shoulders. "It's not charity," he said quietly. "It's just weather." Sarah hesitated, then pulled the coat tighter around her little girl. She didn't thank him. She simply nodded once and walked away. Days passed. Yet Marcus couldn't shake the image of those two figures in the rain. He found himself driving by the diner, then by the nearby park, searching for a glimpse of them. One Sunday afternoon, he saw the same small blonde curls flying on the swing set. He parked and sat on a distant bench. For a long time, Sarah pretended not to see him, but eventually she turned. Their eyes met. There was no smile, only cautious recognition. When she finally sat at the far end of his bench, she didn't speak. Neither did he. The only sound was the creak of swings and the low hum of passing cars. Minutes stretched into a quiet truce. It was the child who broke the silence. "Mama, that's the man from the restaurant." Sarah's shoulders stiffened. "Yes, but remember what I said. We don't bother people." Marcus smiled gently. "You're not bothering me. My name's Marcus. What's yours?" The little girl grinned. "Emma." Sarah sighed, weary but resigned. "Emma loves the swings." "Lily does too," Marcus said softly. "She's my daughter. About your age." That small moment, simple, human, cracked something open. Over the next weeks, they saw each other often, always by accident, always at a distance. But every meeting closed that distance a little more. One afternoon, Sarah spoke first. "I know what you're trying to do," she said, eyes fixed on the playground. "But I can't accept help. I've made that mistake before." Marcus waited, saying nothing. She took a deep breath. "There was a man," she continued. "Richard. He gave me a job when I had nothing. He said he wanted to help. But every favor came with a price. When I stopped agreeing, he made sure I couldn't work anywhere again. I lost everything." Her words were steady, but her hands trembled. Marcus looked down, rain pooling in the cracks of the bench. "He took advantage of your need. That's not help. That's control." "Maybe. But now I don't trust anyone who says they just want to help." He nodded. "You shouldn't. Not until they show you who they are." Sarah turned to him, searching his face for deceit. "And who are you?" He met her gaze. "A man someone once helped the right way." The following Monday, Marcus left a card on the bench, Marcus Davis Consulting. Administrative position open. Nothing else. No pressure. A week later his office phone rang. Mr. Davis, this is Sarah Mitchell. I'd like to schedule an interview. She arrived 15 minutes early, wearing a thrift store blouse pressed to perfection. Her resume was printed on faded paper, edges carefully trimmed. Marcus shook her hand like any other candidate. Tell me about your skills. I used to manage schedules and accounts for a small business before. Before things changed. Her confidence wavered only once. He didn't push. By the end of the interview, Marcus leaned back. You're qualified. The position is yours. 3-month probation, standard pay, benefits after. No charity. Just work. For the first time Sarah smiled. Good. I wouldn't respect you if it were pity. In the following weeks, Sarah worked with precision and quiet determination. Her walls stayed high, but her work spoke volumes. She arrived early, stayed late, and caught mistakes others missed. Marcus never mentioned the past. He simply treated her as equal. But trust, once broken, does not heal easily. It took one night in November for the cracks to widen again. At 9:47 p.m., Marcus's phone buzzed. Sarah's voice on the other end was breathless, shaking. Mr. Davis, I'm sorry, it's my daughter. She can't breathe. I'm taking her to County General. I know I'm still on probation, but I can't lose this job. Stop, Marcus said firmly. Take her now. Forget the job. Family first. She choked out. But the hospital bills. I'll be there. 20 minutes later, Marcus burst through the ER doors. Sarah sat pale and terrified beside Emma's hospital bed. The child's breathing rasped through the oxygen mask. They think it's pneumonia, Sarah whispered. I don't have insurance. Marcus placed a hand on the clipboard and signed where the nurse pointed. Bill it to me. Sarah jerked her head up. You can't. Yes, I can. And I will. Not because you owe me anything, but because a little girl needs care. She turned away, crying silently. Through the long night he stayed, fetching coffee, talking with doctors, sitting in the corner as Sarah kept vigil by her daughter's bed. When dawn broke, Emma's fever eased. Why are you still here? Sarah asked quietly. Because someone once stayed for me, he said. Days later, Emma was released. Sarah returned to work, her gratitude hidden behind professionalism. But Marcus noticed the difference. Her shoulders lighter, her smile no longer guarded. The change didn't go unnoticed. In the same city, a man named Richard scrolled through LinkedIn and saw Sarah's new job announcement under Marcus Davis Consulting. His jaw tightened. He called his secretary. Find out how she got that position. I thought we made sure she'd never work again. 2 weeks later, Marcus's receptionist handed him a letter marked anonymous. Inside was a typed complaint claiming Sarah had falsified her work history and stolen funds from a previous employer, Richard's company. Marcus read it twice, then calmly walked to Sarah's desk. Can we talk privately? Her face drained of color. He found me, didn't he? Marcus laid the letter on the desk. He tried. Tears welled in her eyes. I swear it's all lies. He's trying to ruin me again. I know, Marcus said simply. I already called my lawyer. The confrontation came sooner than either expected. Richard arrived at the office 2 days later, unannounced, arrogance filling the lobby like smoke. I'm here to speak with Mr. Davis, he told the receptionist. About one of your employees. Marcus met him in the conference room, calm and unyielding. You must be Richard. I'm just doing my duty, Richard sneered. Protecting good businessmen from women who cry victim. Marcus leaned forward. Protecting? You mean threatening, defaming, exploiting? Richard's smirk faltered. Careful, Davis. You don't know who you're dealing with. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. A man whose ego can't stand being told no. The door opened quietly. Sarah stepped in, holding a folder. Then maybe it's time everyone else knows too. She laid documents on the table, Emails, bank records, witness statements from former employees Richard had mistreated. Marcus's legal team had spent days collecting them. Richard's face went pale. "You can't prove." "We already did," Marcus interrupted. "I've sent copies to your board of directors and the local business bureau. There's also a report going to the press by morning."